New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. You're tuned into the DJ Energetic Show.
We are.
Hey, you will feel like your father. Hey, say thank all of you for making me work hard.
Hey. Tune in to the DJ Energetic Show featuring M City Jr.
Boy. DJ Energetic, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody out there listening right now inside the tri-state area, I just want to tell everybody what's going on, man. And to all the artists out there that definitely sit here every single Friday to 10 o'clock, man, to hear about new music, type of music, everything that we push, everything that, we play in this industry, man. I always talk to young independent artists because I want them to understand, like, everything and most of the time what they see and they want to try to get into a lot of times might not be the best choice for their careers, even though you watch everybody else do it and everybody else sit there and fads and believe in basically, a lot of the stuff that the people try to push. But you already know, man, like we're here to really talk to the young artist, the guy that's really trying to push himself, the guy that believes in himself. That's what the DJ Energetic Show is about. It's not about, us trying to push a platform and any narratives with you guys, but definitely everybody tuning in right now, listening to the DJ Energetic Show featuring M City Jr. I'm just waiting for him to come in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is on DNA Digital Media platform. You can definitely download the app. You can watch it on Fire TV, Apple TV, Android. So to everybody out there, definitely tune in, definitely download that. And I want to give a big shout out to Join Beats. Shout out to my man, Steve Kahn. Always doing a terrific job. Always pushing himself, man. And to everybody out there, please donate to Althea as well from the DNA show. We have a really big thing coming up with her in about 3 weeks. So everybody listening, man, we got some fire for y'all. And I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors as well. The Hype Magazine, Global Maverick Distribution, Power 104.9 Long Island, DNA 97.3, Hot 103.9, and of course WPAT, man, always showing us love on here right now on the radio live. So big shout out to them. But look, I'm going to get into some joints while we wait for our boy M City. So everybody out there listening to the DJ Energetic Show, I'm going to be right back. Hey, man, you dripping right now. You killing it right now. You feeling it right now. You looking at it right now. He there right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all were listening to the music, and I know y'all were tuning in a little bit. We do got people actually hitting us up, asking us questions and stuff. So M City Jr., man, what's going on, man?
Yeah, my baby. You know the P stand for Papa. It's M City JR, Mr. 100 Millions in the building.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can say anything to you anymore. So we were just playing that hit record, man. We were just playing Addicted to My Ex before you got it hit.
That is one of the greatest intros to ever start a show ever. I love it. I appreciate you. DJ Energetic, my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100 million sitting on that thing, man.
So different, right?
Yeah, how you feel about that?
I'm just sitting there going quiet right now because, a lot of times it's just shocking to actually be working with an artist that hit 100 million streams and is a double platinum artist and DJing and killing it for him. And everybody hearing this every single where,
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Everybody, you tuning in right now, you listening, follow me at MCityJR and follow my fan page too at Please Pay Papa. Man, Spotify, 100 million, MCityJR, Apple Music, YouTube. I really couldn't ask for like too much more right now, but if you're tuning in, thank you, man, and follow me at MCityJR everywhere.
You know what's ill though, to everybody out there, he is my co-host in this, right? And I feel like it's ill because we're talking to somebody right now that's a double platinum artist, and his come up to this game, his push to this game, and where he is right now. But everybody out there watching, man, y'all gotta understand, like even with me being an artist / DJing, man, I seen a lot of people come. I seen a lot of people go. I seen a lot of people with no good flows.
Amen. Amen. They're actually spinning us right now in Detroit. Hey, babe, make sure you get the DJ on that for me, okay? Man, we're going crazy over here, man. Addicted to my ex right now, 100 million. You already know what it is. DJ Energetic.
The whole world going crazy right now, man. Because, yo, to everybody out there right now, big shout out to everybody, too, that listens to our show in Atlanta, Chicago, Indiana, LA.
Yeah.
Come on, the UK. Yeah. You're going to wake up tomorrow morning. You're going to be hearing us inside the UK, man.
Yo,
early in the morning, really 7 to 9 o'clock Saturday.
London has really been showing me some love, man. Recently, like this little collab that we got there. I mean, I can't say little. This big collab that we got going on is really something, man. They really rocking with it.
I think it's insane that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we hear each other like literally twice a day in London on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. We hear ourselves over in Germany on Wednesdays. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and then in New York in the tri-state area, we're on every Friday 9 to 10. So it's like everybody be tuning in. A big shout out to everybody right now that is tuning in. We have over 220 people watching us right now live right now. 200 and how many is this? 247, right? 247 right now live right now watching us. So soon you're gonna have a lot of people right now listening as well. In big shout out to the YNVS DJs. Big shout out to the Fleet DJs because they're watching right now. So big shout out to my man Classic and big shout out to my man Shampoo and everybody in there, man. That's my shout out to Nice. Shout out to Reckless. Shout out to everybody over there, man. Big shout out to Will. Big shout out to Manny Fresh. Everybody over there inside the Fleet as well. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all the families.
Absolutely. And a big shout out to my man's Potty Ali. Ali like the greatest. Y'all already know.
Ali!
Oh, yes. It is good.
Knockout, baby.
Y'all already know, man. I'm your co-host, MCDJR. The P stand for Papa. Follow me everywhere.
So let me ask you a couple quick questions, though, right? Now, being 100 million stream artist.
Yeah, that's us.
Is it much harder now to know, like, what's your goal now with your next singles coming, man?
You know what? I actually love goals, right? I'm glad that you asked me that. So I'm like a real slow and steady wins the race type of guy. So like I've never been in a rush to get here because after I achieve it, that's literally my next question is what do I do? Where do I go? So I'm actually glad that I've taken my time. Man, I still got Grammys to look forward to. I still got number ones to look forward to. I still got like so many things to achieve in this game. I still have stadiums I need to sell out. I'm actually really happy that I've taken things, I was just taking things, I'm not gonna say slow, but just in my own time, at my own pace. I'm not rushing anything. I learned from Wiz Khalifa, the faster you get here, the faster you fall, So he taught me a lot when it came to being consistent and being resilient. So man, that's pretty much it, man. Just gotta keep going.
You know what's amazing, man, is every time that we get on here and people really start listening to us, man, it's always up to 409. Big shout out to everybody out there, man. Much love to all the fans and everybody listening. It's up to 510 right now, ladies and gentlemen. So big shout out to everybody in the Tri-State that love this show. And me and him are going to keep this show going because you know what, man? This is for y'all.
Absolutely. I think
this is for the fans. This is for the push. This is for the realness. And I love it. Another thing, I had a couple of people ask me questions, right? Is it going to be hard to be 100 million, have 100 million streams on one record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that push you and motivate you more? Or does that kind of make you sometimes rethink the formula? You understand what I'm saying?
So when you have the formula, just because I'll say this, just because you know the formula doesn't mean that you have the formula. So in other words, just because you know what to do doesn't mean you know how to do it. They're two very different things. Knowing what to do and knowing how to do it are very different. So knowing the formula, hey, I know I need X, Y, and Z to accomplish this, but I don't have X, or I don't have Y, or I don't have Z. So therefore, yes, I know the formula, but do I have the formula? It's like, it's like Plankton on SpongeBob. He knows that he knows that a formula exists, and he knows that he has to get it, but how do I have, how do I
You saying like
accomplish
with the
it?
Krabby Patties and running around and
How
trying to
do I
steal the chicken
accomplish it
sauce?
is the question. When it comes to like knowing the formula and having the formula are very different. So I've known the formula since I released the record. Having the formula is very different though. That's what I've been working on. And I actually would like to say I'm coming up on it quite nice.
Look at him. He right now. He feeling it. He happy right now. He got his.
Absolutely.
Show everybody the chain. People want to see the chain. Go ahead,
I
put it
mean,
up.
it ain't nothing to really show. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to really show for real. Just a big boat. You know what I'm saying? Yacht Club. All your artists. You need to come sign with me. You know what I'm saying? Come sign the deal of your life, man. Over here at Yacht Club, we let your dream set sail.
So my thing to you, right now, just saying, independent artist comes up to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's something that would catch you? Would it be most of the time, like, the first time they ever come up to you, right? And the first time that people ever talk to you?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what catches you more in the person than other people? Like say like an artist comes up to you, you just stop and you go, he got something.
Yeah.
Like what would be something that would catch it?
Authenticity, without a doubt, hands down. Authenticity is the number one thing that catches me. Like, that's it. Like, it's basically like meeting a new person. And when you meet a new person, they might have the same name. You might meet a lot of Dans, you might meet a lot of Britneys, or you might meet a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You meet the same people over and over again, but you always remember like a special name, right? You always remember something that was unique. You always remember something that like kind of stood out. So I believe that like authenticity is really what does it for me. Cause like I've seen so many repetitive things, I've seen 100 gangster rappers. I've seen 100 backpack rappers. I've seen, 100 emo rappers. I've seen 100, you know what I'm saying? So I need something special. If you can tell me about you and I can really pick up on who you are really quickly, like an original, not a carbon copy, we got something, folks.
I definitely understand that because, like, you know what I'm saying? Me always being around. So you got 100 Missy Elliott's, you had 100 Cannabises, you had 100, you know what I'm saying? So to me, seeing that too with the artists used to still drives me crazy. Yeah. Because nowadays, the young guys, you got thousands of trillions of Pop Smokes, hundreds of millions of Little Durks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like how when we were younger, we would basically use, you know what I'm saying, everything to not be the same as that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't stand when somebody would be like, yo, bro, you sound like him.
Right,
you sound like, bro.
Yeah. No,
I'm doing everything.
I want to hear your story. I want to hear a unique story. I want to learn you. That's what's gonna separate me. If you come up to me and I'm like just hearing the same story that I've heard on 30 other records, I'm not interested. Just keep it moving. Move around.
You know what too? I always realize that makes an artist better is experience and somebody being in another area. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times when I see an artist will be dope. Say if an artist goes from New York and he flies over to Honolulu, right? Mm-hmm. He's gonna come back with a different type of experience.
For sure.
And it's gonna be different trying to mold that in with another, you know what I'm saying? With another culture. So to me, when I hear all these artists and they come out, I always watch when somebody be like, yo, man, I just came back from London. Yo, brother, I just came back from Poland. Yo, brother, I just came back from Australia. You start.
That's gonna be us.
Oh no, we already are there.
That's gonna be us.
You're laughing hysterical, but we already are there. Like our voices are there, our songs are there.
And maybe what I would really like to do? We should have a contest for our listeners. Oh my God, and bring one of our listeners out on tour with us. That would be amazing.
Say that again.
I know some listeners want to go to London. You guys can't tell me you don't want to go to London. Somebody does. I know it.
Somebody want to go to London. Who want to go to London? Steve, do you want to go to London?
No, listen. Overseas has been showing us so much love. We have to definitely go and plant our feet on the soil.
Oh no, we already got a talk going already. We're gonna have a talk going in London soon.
Yeah, it's nice.
No, you know what? One thing about you, I want to say this, man, is that a lot of people right now are watching you, right, and they're starting to notice you a lot. And the same thing, you're on the same level as like a Chopper, LOD Chopper, Rowdy Rich. You're a double platinum artist. So to the young guys and to there that are starting to learn a lot more about you, all I'm saying is that's the category. Not saying you as an artist, I'm just saying the caliber of sales.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, here's the thing, man. When you're independent, you don't even calculate it like that. You know, I guess I don't even put myself in the same conversation as those guys. Not anything like disrespectfully at all. We're just playing two different games. Man,
Yeah.
I woke up and to be doing this 20 years is something astonishing at this age. Give it to me.
That's insane. He just said 20 years, so he got LeBron James numbers, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
And
it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
And he's still killing it.
It's a real thing.
One thing that always stuck out of me with you is you're more of a creator. You like creative things, you're very creative, and you don't rush things if it doesn't feel correct.
That's true.
And I really like that, honestly, because a lot of people in the game, and you know this, will rush a project. The project will come out looking like like just terrible.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you're sitting there and you're just like, what did I do wrong? And it's like, bro, you rush music. Like, music is a passion.
Yeah.
You can't rush a record.
Yeah, there's a big difference between making music in the music industry or music in the music industry. I was just telling somebody, even with Addicted, has a beautiful life of its own. And just now am I creatively in a space to create part two. Really deserves some light. You know what I'm saying?
So what made you decide, honestly, between us, what made you decide to just be like, it's got to be a part two?
You want the truth, man? Listen, I think Energetic just did a shameless plug. Let me tell all of our listeners exactly where that came from. You guys, that came from DJ Energetic, nobody else but him. Literally, he is the inspiration behind Addicted 2. And it's so funny because he probably doesn't even realize it, but one time we're just kicking it. I'm in Detroit at the time. And Energetic asked me, guys, he says, yo, why don't you do like that flow anymore? And I'm like, what flow? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. And then I sat there and thought about it. I said, I've never done that flow again. You're right. I never did it again. It just so happened that it corresponded with the 10-year anniversary of the record. So shout out to Addicted, 10 years in. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed that the record has achieved the amount of success that it has received and achieved. And so now I guess it just feels like the perfect time.
We're feeling it, so ladies and gentlemen. He heard that and he's like,
so nobody DJ Energetic, everybody, for real.
Yo, so you're telling me between you and me, I know you did tell me this before, but I'm just gonna say it right now. You never really thought about using that flow again?
No, so here's the funny part. I wrote that song for somebody else. It was never a flow of mine to begin with. It was never mine. Like, yes, I created it, but it was never for me. I created it for someone else. So no, I never thought about using it because it wasn't even for me. I never thought about using the song. The song wasn't for me. And someone told me, and my management at the time, he's like, yo, it's still a hit record. He's like, you should just put it out because it's a hit record. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, it's a hit record. Let me put it out.
You did so when you're writing, right? A lot of people don't know this. Like when you're ghostwriting, they're just writing the record.
Yeah.
Your vocals were on there already, so they would just just throw it out?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Wrote the hook. Yeah, the hook is on there. I actually just found like an Addicted reference not too long ago, like the original reference that I sent out to Atlantic.
Oh wow!
Atlantic Records picked it up. They loved it. They said it would be a perfect match for Young Thug. My management at the time had some personal issues with their team and just we didn't end up doing business together. And so after that, he's like, yo, we're still putting that record out. And then
So you
boom.
just went out, put the record out. Did you think it was gonna blow?
I knew it was. I already knew it was a hit record. That's why I wrote it. You know, some things don't really need they don't really need backup. They don't really need reassurance. People hear it and they automatically gravitate to it. So
It's the first record I've ever heard that nobody has ever hated on.
I've never heard one bad thing about that record. I'm not gonna lie.
I had never neither. Like I played it for everybody, and everybody was like, "I
The
love it."
most I've heard about that record is the most like somebody's ever said is like, yeah, maybe like that's not really you. Like, like I've heard a different sound from you before, but no, that record has like amazingness going on.
That record is timeless. Like I always tell you, it's time. I'm just confused at one thing, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What is it?
I have never heard a record that never got bad reviews.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So like,
right?
I really took a minute and I really started thinking. I'm like, even with people that are not even in our age brackets, the older age,
no,
even
no,
give it a
no,
classic.
no. Grannies love my song. Grannies love it. Toddlers love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was bro, when
no cap, I got the handicap.
Don't say you got the handicap sticker, please. Don't say
not
that.
Not the sticker.
I can't.
It's so many people from all walks of life that genuinely love that record. They can't get enough, and I can't get enough.
How do you feel about making it? So you made it. You cooked up the record. You made it, and I'm guessing in the studio, everybody was like, "It's out of here," because everybody
addicted.
Yeah,
top to bottom, man. Yeah, top to bottom.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Yo, bro, that's out of here."
Yeah, for sure. No,
you know what I'm saying?
But
that's crazy
because
you made a record that nobody have never ever seen that said they hated that.
Yeah.
The fans really deserve part 2. That's how I feel, ladies and gentlemen. Like my thing is with Addicted, he spoon fed you guys like a golden spoon classic. like that record, I can never get sick of him. We were just discussing. That's the first time like anybody's ever discussed that with you, right? You listening right now and learning and writing down notes. You guys are the creators, and y'all not even listening to what y'all even writing down in music because you want to help a masses that doesn't want to help you.
We just hit 100 million. That's huge. Number one, okay? So we just hit. Everybody's calling. Everybody's calling right now. Listen. And on top of that, right, we are releasing the first music video from me in 3 years. Okay, guys, I took a 3-year hiatus. I took 3 years in the dark. I went and I would say I went and got my life together, but I'd be lying. I didn't. I went and fooled off. But I'm back. Okay, I'm back, and we are releasing my first music video in 3 years, guys, called Rolling Roaches. So listen, everybody's calling me right now, back to back. Everybody's like shooting me messages. So they keep kicking me off my live, guys. I'm sorry.
Can we finally get the question up? You have never had a bad review.
Yes.
On Addicted.
Have I ever had a bad review?
Yeah.
Never seen one in my life. Never seen one in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm literally thinking about it. Like, have I? You know what? I'll tell you a really crazy story. It's not bad though at all. I am performing at Summer Jams, right? I'm a Summer Jams headlining artist, and I'm standing backstage with my crew, and like this man, big buff guy, bro. He's like, you could tell he's been working out for like a long time. Okay, I mean, listen, he's all he has on is a wife beater, tank top shirt. God. You feel me? Like we're out in public, and that's all he has on. So you know what kind of musclehead that I'm talking about. Okay, this guy works out for real. Okay, he's like kind of like standing around us, not really having a destination. He's kind of like wandering, but he's not going anywhere. He's just staying around us. And I notice him, right? Because I'm very aware of my surroundings. So I'm getting kind of like weird. I'm like, yo, bro, I might have to like, I don't know if I might have to get with this guy or, I don't know, something dangerous might happen. But he's dude, This guy is buff as heck. He comes up to me, right? He walks up to me. He says, "Hey, yo, you M City?" I said, "Yeah, I gotta deal with it. I would be like, who's asking?" But I clearly said he's the one asking, right? He's like, "You made Addicted to My Ex?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That song got me through my prison bid, man." Oh my gosh! I said, "Listen, dude, I wiped the sweat off my forehead." I said, "Ooh, geez, I thought, like, maybe I had, like, messed around with a
An
girl or
issue,
something.
right?
Like, I
Yeah,
thought I was in trouble." But he comes over and he tells me that my song got him through his prison sentence, man. And dude, I just
that's crazy.
honestly, I kind of melted right then and there. I kind of wanted to give him a hug. I said, "Oh man, come here, man." Like, I thought we were in this. It felt like we were in it together. But I haven't had many bad reviews or bad comments on that record whatsoever.
To me, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
That really is. And I want to give a big shout out to my boy too, man. That's locked right now, man. Frank Matthews, man. Big shout out to you. I know you're always watching and always listening, man. Big shout out to my man Frank Matthews. He made me think about my homeboy and stuff like
Shout
that.
out to Frankie.
A big shout out to him, man. And he's a big fan too.
Oh yeah, really.
Yeah,
I
so just give him a big
appreciate that.
shout out. Shout out to our boy
Yeah.
Frankie.
Shout out to my baby
Listening to
Frankie
us in
for
the trenches,
sure.
baby.
Hey,
You're listening to us in the trenches, baby.
hold it down. Hold it down.
Hold it down in the trenches, baby.
For sure.
But that's crazy, man. Like so have you had any crazy like stories being on tour?
Man. I mean, what's crazy, right? Like, what is crazy? What's
Not like in a
crazy?
bad way. I'm saying like something that always made you be like, yeah, I am successful. I
Man,
really made it.
listen, I really actually I wish right now I could give you a clickbait story. Like, I wish I had a story so crazy for you right now that, oh my God, it was unbelievable. But the truth is, I don't have a crazy story for you. But I do know that one of my biggest things that I enjoy is like connecting with the people. That is what I do know for sure. I remember stopping at a truck stop one time, and it's on camera. Like, this is still online somewhere. And I was in like Poplar Bluff, maybe like Missouri or something. I don't even know where Poplar Bluff is right now. I would have to look it up, but it was like a huge soccer team or something of girls, young ladies. And I mean, huge, dude. I mean, it had to be, I don't know if this was like multiple soccer teams, but it had to be like 30, 40 girls. And I know it's like not that many players on the soccer team, right? But anyway, it's just like a huge crowd in there at McDonald's, right? So I go in, and when I tell you this whole entire soccer team goes crazy, right? When I walk in, I like, we just really connected. We ended up like having a cipher of these girls, right? Like these little girls from the soccer team. Like, we had like a cipher, and they're like rapping my lyrics. It was a great time, man. It's online, man. You
You
gotta
have
go
it
check it out.
online. Yeah, I seen it. When you were walking
Yeah.
in, all of a sudden you were in the McDonald's and I'm addicted to
Yeah. McDonald's actually ended up kicking us out. Like, we actually got kicked out of McDonald's. So that's probably, I guess that is kind of crazy when I got kicked out of McDonald's for. Yeah, I didn't even do anything, man. They just like, they're like, you guys are gonna have to take that outside. They were so turned, we got kicked out.
Yeah, because they looked at you and they were like,
Yeah, for sure.
nah, you know what? McDonald's is haters. You threw me out too, McDonald's. You threw me out, and I ordered like a whole bunch of food. And because everybody was talking loud, this woman came up with, you got to leave. I'm like, I ain't leaving. Trying to eat my food and all that. And all of a sudden, a bigger person came up.
Yeah. And just
You
for the
leaving?
whole
I said, I'm
entire
leaving.
chat, and for the whole entire show, I don't support eating like that, okay? Just,
Go ahead.
I am
Go.
vegan. I just gotta throw that out there. Not supporting. Nobody's paying me here. We don't have any sponsorships from any fast food restaurants. Go vegan.
Oh, the vegan burger. Oh my God. Let's not get in that sketch neither.
Man, I almost got kicked out and beat up for that, right? You guys got to go check out my Instagram. You guys can see I almost got kicked out and beat up for just, man, all I wanted was a vegan burger.
You got kicked out of McDonald's. And you got kicked out of getting the vegan burger.
Yeah.
You just asked the guy for a vegan burger, and he was just starting to go crazy.
Yeah, veganism is under attack right now. You hear me? It's crazy.
Just like, oh man, it reminded me when I saw that. It reminded me of one time when literally, this ain't even but vegan. This is just on some real stuff. We were at a show, right? And I'm not gonna say the dude's name, but he was asking him some guy a question, and the guy lost his mind out of nowhere, bro. He started screaming at us, yo, motherfucker. All of a sudden, security started coming up, and it was just nuts. That's what that reminds you of, that clip. Like, oh my god,
yeah,
same over there, and
craziness.
Yeah, so my thing with you, right? And we're gonna talk to the young guys because this is my favorite part of the show. Where does the industry have an issue right now when it comes to trying to push art? Like, why would an artist want to stay independent instead of going major all the time? Like, major is, to me, is just an illusion.
So what's the real question?
Question to you is basically, are you much happier being independent or major?
Oh my gosh, happier?
Relief, more kind of like feel like you're more in control.
Are you more happy that you're in control of your own career?
I messed up.
Right? No, it's actually man, being independent has a different type of glory to it. It has a very different glory. It has a very different appreciation. I feel so much stronger and so much more accomplished that, you know how when you were just talking about those numbers, right? We're talking about just the pure numbers. I accomplished that independently. And I didn't necessarily need a label, or I didn't need a major cosign or a major push in order to achieve the level of success that I have achieved. And we're talking about double platinum, over 500 million streams, worldwide. We're talking about double Billboard. These are feats that as a child I could only dream of. And I did it without a handout. I did it without a cosign. I did it without a helping hand. I did it without a big brother. I just did it. I did it just off of my own hard work and muscle. And I love that. Like, I love the fact that I don't have anybody else's chain around my neck. Love it.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
That means you see a lot of other people, man. A lot of artists, they do run to different crews just to get on.
Come on, man. It's my chain. You feel me? Big boat.
I didn't even, you know what's crazy? You don't even realize, right? You really don't realize when you start making everything on your own, how good does it feel instead of sitting there and getting piggybacked by another person.
Yeah.
And there you go. Say it. Yeah.
It feels too good.
Yeah,
look. The bottle.
Yeah, look.
It feels too good.
Pop the bottle. No, we're
celebrating right now, man. 100 million. DJ Energetic, M-City JR, right here, right now, on the AM station. What's up?
WPAT 90.
They gotta follow me. Make sure you guys follow me right now at M-City JR, and check out my fan page at Please Pay Papa. Y'all already know it's DJ Energetic Worldwide.
Man, DJ Worldwide. Yeah. But another thing too, when people come up to me and they talk, right, about being an independent artist, they always try to make it seem, and if I'm wrong, they always try to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. You ever realize that?
Being an independent artist?
Yeah, like they always try to like, oh, okay, you're an independent, cool. And it's like, what do you mean I'm independent? I'm independent because I understand the industry and I don't need somebody else to keep putting the red tape on me.
Yeah. So what I learned was it's not necessarily independence that people shy away from, it's success. So like one of my greatest independent inspirations was Young Dolph. That was a phenomenal inspiration for independent artists. Even on the very flip side, coming out of Memphis as well, okay, and I know that there's a very tense rivalry there in Memphis, but Yo Gotti, in the same token, bought himself out of two $500,000 contracts. Like, jeez, man, that is like
Yo,
those are, I
Gotti
guess,
put himself under.
those are the type of iconic, those are the type of iconic moves that I looked at in the game. You know, iconic moves where people made drastic decisions that ended up altering the course of their career. Tech Nine is also another humongous independent inspiration.
He's ridiculous. You know, a lot of people didn't even talk about the Insane Clown Posse. Neither they were
You
ridiculous
know
at
what? That's
once.
so crazy. So when we were talking earlier, actually, and we were talking about diss records, I intentionally left out Insane Clown Posse because I didn't think anyone would relate to the conversation. I didn't think they would connect with the people. And I'm actually glad to hear that you said that because Insane Clown Posse was one of the artists that were the groups that I felt like were completely destroyed by a diss record. By the way. We were talking disc record. Hey, chat. We were talking disc
Okay,
records.
that makes
We
a
were
lot of
talking disc
sense.
records because I know they're probably not connecting the conversation.
Yeah,
Me and
but they
DJ
didn't.
Energetic were talking about the greatest disc records of all time earlier, and that was actually the Insane Clown Posse and Eminem disc was actually pretty intense. A lot of people
So
don't remember that.
yeah, but they did Slim Anus, and after they did Slim Anus, it was just
Yeah,
downhill after that
yeah,
because Eminem went nuts.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Slim
Who else?
Anus,
Who
right?
else
Slim
was
Anus.
the
I don't
person?
get in mind like you flaming.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he destroyed. If I'm correct, he destroyed them, and he destroyed the
Benzino.
House of Pain, dude.
Oh, I thought you were saying Benzino. Who's the House of Pain dude?
Was it Aguilar? No. Chat. If you guys remember who the person's name is, let me know. You heard
I don't
it
know.
on it, and what he called him the H
He
word and all.
destroyed him so much. I have no idea who you're talking about. That's how bad he destroyed him. Because I can't even put
I don't know.
a
Eminem back
face
then
or
took
a name.
everybody from Kid Rock all the way to 98 Degrees, all the way to every. So to me, it's like Eminem already built himself in that era that he was the best rapper, still is. I'm gonna say one of the top rappers ever, and he got
Yeah.
better in time. So I never seen somebody ever fall off. But you know who got better in time too? That shocked the living daylights out of me.
Who?
LL Cool J.
Oh, that's an interesting name to bring up.
Yeah, but come on, man. You're 50 years old and Eminem, you're rapping with Eminem. All of a sudden,
I'm gonna tell you something that's a sincere story about LL.
all right, let me
And
hear.
man, listen, I am very respectful and very honored by the greats, right? There's a line where Drake says, she only 21, so she don't know the classics. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there is a time where I'm speaking to an entire generation of people who don't even know who LL Cool J is at all. They have no idea who you're talking about. They have no idea like LL Cool J, bro. They're like, huh? Who is that? What are you
The
talking about? Then they're
originator
like,
of
are you talking about the the
culture.
the cop actor, the actor cop that's on the? Yeah, they don't know.
They think
They
Method
don't.
Man too. They think Method Man was an actor.
Yeah, bro, they don't know. These,
That's
yeah.
insane. Yeah, but you
I'm
know what?
just
That's
saying they were hot like 30 years
fault.
ago. It is a
That's
difference.
that's how culture fought because you have a rock and roller man that can still walk in like a Bon Jovi. You still have all of these dudes that can just walk into these young guys' generation. I'm talking about like young cats. I'm talking about young cats in their genre that
Yeah.
still can worship. You got rappers. Come on, man. You got the forefathers
I'll
walking
tell
and
you what I
looking.
haven't seen yet. I haven't seen, honestly, I haven't seen a rapper really transition himself. Like the closest people I got right now to like these type of things to articulate what I'm saying is like TDE, Kendrick with his crew, Jay-Z with Rock Nation. There hasn't been like many artists that have grown to evolve into a better business situation for other artists. A lot of artists are terrible music executives. That's just
Yeah,
the truth. A
but
lot
that's
of artists are terrible music executives. So I really haven't seen too many artists grow and remain in their field. Like grow and remain in their craft to the point where it evolves to an administration or an
Little
administrative
Wayne.
role.
Little Wayne did it for a little bit.
Wayne did it. That's what I'm saying. There's very few. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. A
So
couple
Wayne
people
did it for
did
a
do it.
little bit. You even had JD do it for a little bit. You had Master P. Come on, we can't forget about Master P though.
No, 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 for sure. But see, now these are again. Now you're going back. You're just going to classics, right? And
We
yes,
talking
for
about people
sure,
in this generation.
100%. Like these are people that have done it. But now, right? I look at Master P right now, and as great as he is, as legendary as he is, as iconic as he is, where's his music catalog right now, today? Where's No Limit, the label, right now,
Only
today?
person I see that's rapping in our age group still is Jim Jones. You
Yikes.
really want to know the truth? Jim
Yeah,
Jones is the only person
I don't really
that's.
want to hear Jimmy either. Like I think I
I'm not,
told
I'm not,
y'all.
I'm not, I'm not trying to say that. All I'm trying to say is he's the only person I actually see because you don't got Cameron, you ain't got Mace anymore, you ain't got
Yeah, but you see how everybody transitioned into other
yeah.
things, and it's like I really wish they would have transitioned. It's not my journey or my destiny at all, but I just wish they would have transitioned into higher positions in music. That's all. If that makes
Jay Z
sense.
was the only. I'm gonna say Jay Z, right? Was the only one. Him and Baby, no, him and Babyface, maybe, right? With L.A. Reid in them.
I guess.
Because I'm trying to
Like I
think.
said, I
'Cause
just want to see. I just want to see more growth in higher positions in music. That's all. I think it's as much that we give to the culture, and as much as we are the culture and a part of the culture. I don't think we run enough of the culture.
oh,
I don't think.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't
Absolutely
think we're
not.
behind enough of the culture. So
You-
that's all I'm saying. I believe that um, I would love to see more artists stay in art. That's all. I would like to see them create things. You know who I actually really rock with, who did transition their art strongly? 50 Cent. Beautiful
He's another one.
transition.
He's a but
Yo,
again,
yo,
would you cut him
beautiful
down?
transition in art. Beautiful transition in art. To go from painting masterpieces with audio to go to painting masterpieces with film. Beautiful transition, but I still
I
get
feel like
art from him. Do you see what I'm saying? I still get art.
absolutely.
Even though we as a people and we as a culture, we grew out of gangster music. We grew out of, that genre of music to lead into the backpack era. He then spun around and said, okay, well, I'm going to give you gangster rap visually. I'm going to give you a gangster rap movie. I'm going to give you a gangster rap series. That's what I love about 50, and that's what I mean about growing in your craft. Even though he transitioned to film, I want to see more artists grow to still create amazing pieces of art.
I
That's
want to
all I'm
say
saying.
though, 50 Cent was everything. Like
Chat, you
exactly.
guys agree with me, right? You guys gotta agree with me.
I agree with you a thousand
Yeah,
percent.
I
I
think
think
they
50
understand what I'm
Cent.
saying.
I
Sure.
think 50 Cent. Honestly, out of everybody, brother, I think 50 Cent was the one that took care of his team the most.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, you remember how you say like a lot of artists are bad execs?
Yeah.
I don't really think 50 Cent was a bad exec. I think a lot of times too, there was a. I'm not saying he's a bad exec. Well, technically, you know what I'm saying. He did
I don't
GU.
think 50. What I think 50's problem with, if we're talking about executive wise, I don't think he took the time to stop being an artist and be an executive. So I think that's the only like downfall with his executive role is he was still pursuing artistry as he was being an executive. If 50 would have stopped after Massacre, like gave us two great albums and then focused on the label and just drilled out a label, like without trying to do the extra rapping, without trying to do the extra, artisty tours and stuff, I believe that we probably really could have saw something phenomenal out of him musically from somebody else.
But my thing is with him, right?
Phenomenal.
But my thing is he had 4 guys that was strong at one point, and that he got right. So my thing with 50, right, and I'm gonna say this again, is I think his problem was too, he was signing artists that already had names at that time, because he had Mace, Mobb Deep, MOP, you know what I'm saying? I think what happened with him though is he thought because of his star power, he can push those artists and then just lead. Like I can understand what he was doing. He was doing like what Wayne did years after. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if Wayne was not on any of those tracks, like with Nicki, with Drake, and with all that, people would have kind of started dying down when it came to their buzz. Because he was just crazy, Lil Wayne. And you know what I'm saying? I had to give that to Wayne and Cash Money. But to everybody out there listening to us right now, you already know it's your boy, DJ Energetic, featuring M City Jr. And to everybody, man, listening to us in the Tri-State, we're going to be back next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for listening. My brothers right here, we're going to have a dope show for you guys next week. We're going to have a couple of people come in, young artists, and we're going to be sitting there and talking to them. So everybody out there, man, y'all have a good night. You already know it's your boy, DJ Energetic with M City. And M City, man, definitely stay on here, brother.
My baby.
I'm going to be talking to you. Stay on here. Thank everybody out there. We on 510. Thanks everybody for listening. You already know it's your boy, DJ Energetic. Thank y'all for listening.
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. You're tuned into the DJ Energetic Show.
We are.